Hi, it's almost 6 o'clock, so I pushed the go live button in the hope that everything's working. Seems to be. I don't see any comments yet. So, oh, it's 6 o'clock. We need to start. I'm going to start off with an old favorite of mine, a song that I've always enjoyed playing. It's called Lover Come Back to Me. Hey, Bob Ryan. Hi, John. Okay, that's one. Time for another sip. I don't know what time it is where you are, but it's 6 o'clock. It's dinner hour, and got a nice Soban Cellars Zinfandel to help me be inspired. If, in fact, a song occurs to you that you'd like to hear, you go ahead and stick it in the comments section, and I'll see it and I'll try and get it for you. I made myself a list, didn't want to be listless. And so we're going to go on now. This is a song that I've been playing, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. And I don't know how it is with you, but for me, one of the things that's so attractive about playing music is that every time you play a song, it's different. I don't tend to memorize arrangements. I like to leave it to see what's going on in the moment and change things as I go along. This is one that's been evolving, and I'm going to do it for you. It's called Nightingale Sang in Berkeley Square. love performing live. There are mistakes that happen. They're there forever now. Okay. I'm wondering if I need to do something with this. Aha. Hey, Tim Allen. Steve, do you want to ensure? Hello, hello. Colleen, hi. It's 7 o'clock in Littleton, Colorado. Time for a glass of wine. John likes the ohm banjo, which it's interesting. I've got 3 banjos here. I've been playing the ohm for around 22 years or so. Prior to that, I had a Paramount that I had for years and years and years. I've got these out. I just don't know. I sometimes like to play things on a different banjo for a different sound. But I like the ohm. Well, we've got the ohm. Let's do one. Well, this is something I put together just for tonight. It's a medley of Jelly Roll Morton songs, just 2 of them, but I like them. One of them is really interesting. It's called Sweet Substitute. Jelly Roll Morton was a clever guy. This song starts on a dominant 7th chord, which is the 1 of the key, the tonic of the key that it's in, which is very different. Anyway, that'll be the second one. First, Buddy Bolden's Blues. Okay, Buddy Bolden's Blues and Sweet Substitute. I love Sweet Substitute. Starts on A flat 7 and resolves to A flat. Unusual, not for Jelly Roll Morton. Okay, let me see if anything else has come in. Bill, thank you very much. All right. Remember, if there is something you'd like to hear that I know, you can request it and I'll be happy to do it. For now, let's see, we need something with a little more pace to it for the moment. So I'm going to go back to an oldie I like called Goofus. Okay, had a little moment in there where the time went away. Sorry about that. That's the way it goes. I think if I have another sip of wine. I used to drink wine only when I was playing at the Sacramento Jazz Jubilee with Eddie Erickson. And we did the last set of the night on the Delta King Riverboat every night. And just so I could try to keep up with Eddie, I would have a drink. Usually I don't drink, but I thought maybe if a little wine might help my time. It doesn't seem to be working. Let's do, oh, this is an oldie that I love. It's called My Gal Sal.
see. We'll scroll up a little bit. John Mumford says, can you play Estrellita or Stardust?
I guess I can. We'll give a Stardust a try. Most of that was Stardust.
Okay. John, yeah. That's great. If I had known that song was important, he said the song makes him think of his mother. That's a great thing. The song that makes me think of my mother, and you'll enjoy this. When my mother passed away, I was living in San Diego, and I had a Dixieland band, which she thoroughly enjoyed. I was the trombonist in that band. And at her funeral service,
I asked the band to play the song that she always requested. And I thought it was the most appropriate for that kind of a situation. She always asks for, I wish I was in Peoria, which I think, so who knows? Anyway, she was a delightful woman. John, that's a wonderful thing to think of Mom. You know what I used to play? And I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see how far we get. My Mother's Eyes. That was on the first jazz record album I ever bought, which was Kenny Ball and his Jazzmen from England doing Midnight in Moscow. And they did My Mother's Eyes on that too. I liked it. I'm going to get close here and see if anything. No more requests. My friend Rob, oh, here's one. Back Home Again in Indiana for Colleen. I was actually kind of running over that. I heard a recording by a French tenor banjoist. I can't think of her name, and I would probably mispronounce it even if I could, on Facebook. And she was doing a verse I had never heard before. So it may have been a real one, and maybe other people have been faking. But I thought the better part of valor is if I'm going to play this, I'm going to avoid the verse. Let me get back to, I'm supposed to be playing songs that I like. That's the title of the program. Bill Dendle playing songs he likes. This is a beautiful thing that I learned when believe it or not, I was playing at a Shakey's in Monterey, California. And I played with a wonderful pianist named Grace Stock. You've never heard of her. Probably most of you. Maybe if we're lucky, somebody knows her. She was an amazing pianist, a wonderful person. And she taught me this song. It's called Until the Real Thing Comes Along. As I age, I find that I enjoy the ballads, the pretty songs, the ones that don't require me to go real fast. That was years ago. I've learned a new one. But let's get something bouncy in there before I get to it. I'm going to play it on a very special banjo, which I'll tell you about in just a minute. But first, because it's Wednesday, here's this great old song. That, of course, was the great old favorite, Wednesday. Wednesday.
Oh, looks like some people have been checking in. Tim, thank you. Nice. Joe, oh, you're very nice. Thank you. Oh, gosh, nice stuff. Nice. Oh, wow. Sunday, that was what it was. Yes, I called it Wednesday, but it is Sunday. And every day does feel like Sunday, Tim.
Every day's the same. It's like we're living Groundhog Day. I'm going to grab a banjo now. This is not the exact instrument, but when I was a senior in high school, I had just started playing the banjo. I was about 16 before I discovered music. And I wanted to take lessons from Don Van Palta because I was in San Diego. That's where he was at Mickey Finn's. And he said he wouldn't teach me until I got a decent banjo. My dad bought me this banjo, not this exact one, but one exactly like it. Same year, same model, Ludwig Kenmore. For a long time, I thought it was from Sears, but it was the Ludwig Kenmore electric banjo. He paid $100 for it in a pawn shop. And I found one online about 10 years ago. And just out of sentimentality, I bought it. This, as you can see, this is a banjo mute. This is the one that my father bought for me a week after he bought me the Ludwig banjo, because I never stopped playing from that point on. Anyway, these are delightful banjos. They vary. I've bought a bunch of them over the years, mostly to move into the hands of student banjoists. This one I hung on to because it sounds good. And it's a very quiet banjo. So I like to play this song. It's called In the Wee Small Hours of the Morning, which has taken on a different meaning as I've aged. You know what I mean. Anyway, this song, I think there are songs like this. There's a Jerome Kern, Dorothy Fields tune called April Fooled Me that my wife sings and we play. It's one of those songs that you just do it through once because there's no need to go any further with it. This is another one like that. In the Wee Small Hours of the Morning. I love that song. I wish I had played it better. But another time. All right. Anything else? Okay. Let's go to another banjo. My favorite all-time banjo was an old Gibson that I had for about a dozen years. And this is not a Gibson, as you can see. This is an Aida. The early 70s, a Japanese company named Aida made Gibson copies. And I was talking with Renee Carnes last week, picking up a banjo she did some work on, and we were talking about it. And she said that back in the 70s, people were coming into the shop where she worked with Henry Lee. They would come in with these Aidas and have the name removed and Gibson put on them. because they looked and sounded like Gibsons. Beautiful, sustained, lovely tone ring. I'd like to play something on this, and so I'm going to do Charade, a song I've been playing a fair amount lately. I love it. It's from the movie by the same name, composed by Henry Mancini. Charade. Charade. All right, we'll go back to the ohm, and I'll do one more. Oh, I had a request from my student Rob, ukulele Rob. Oh, Laura's theme. Yes, you're right. That is a great song. Colleen, thank you. I used to know Laura's theme. I'm not going to try it now. I think we're going to wind this up. I had a request from my student, Rob. He wanted me to play Sweet Georgia Brown. And so I'll give the intro I used to use in live performances. This is a song that's associated with basketball, with the great Harlem Globetrotters. But even though this is associated with basketball, I'd like to ask you while I'm playing it, please not to dribble. Okay? Georgia named her, Georgia claimed her, Georgia can have her. Sweet Georgia Brown. Sweet Georgia Brown. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Bill Dendle, and it's been a pleasure playing for you. And on that happy note, I'm going to hang it up and go get some dinner. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and happy Thanksgiving, everybody. There's lots to be thankful for, and I'm thankful for John Mumford for inviting me to do this tonight, and for you for being here with me. Please take good care of yourselves, stay safe, and be thankful. Good night.